Got the ball back. Yeah, make this a game. Yo, we live. Oh, they can take the lead on this. What's going on, everybody? I ain't gonna be on here long. Just wanted to holler at y'all for a second. You know, watching these games, get ready for this fight tonight. You know, but I just wanted to touch on what's been going on the last few days ever since old Charlie got popped. Um, you know, it's you know, it's a lot of stuff that I see a lot of people, you know, this thing's going in like many different directions. Um, and there's a lot that I'm like, okay, how can I put this in perspective to where the people will grasp why people feel the way that they do, and regardless if you agree with what happened or not, this is a different angle that I think a lot of people, and we do this on every day, but for some reason with this guy, it seems to be like a different rule for it. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Uh, oh, it's your birthday. Yo, RB. Yo, happy birthday. Um, yeah, I hope you living it up. You know, another year around the sun. So, and I made a post about it last night on Facebook. Um, and I was gonna make a post here on YouTube. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go live real quick and I'm gonna just get my thoughts. And this is where we got to we got to stop doing this cherry picking. We got to really stop doing this cherry picking because a man died, yes, but let's look at why it happened, and then let's compare that to other things comparable to that's been going on and currently going on right now. So Charlie Kirk pushed this rhetoric. He was Donald Trump's mouthpiece, so to speak. Donald Trump's been pushing violence ever since his first term. And I know a lot of people want to look at it a different way, try to come up with excuse or reason why this, that, third. Bottom line is this: when you push violence, violence comes about. So walk with me. Charlie said a lot of things, first of all, that was not true. A lot of things were fabricated, propagandized. And there were some things that had he, you know, had sat down with the right people, he can get the perspective that he should have had. But you see, this is the thing. When you're Donald Trump's mouthpiece, so to speak, you're pushing that rhetoric. Now a lot of us know about the streets. A lot of us have been in the streets. But let me push that to the side because I've had friends and associates and other people say because of his opinions and stuff like that, that should not have happened to him. Granted, this is where the cherry picking comes in at. Dub has been pushing a very dangerous rhetoric for the last 3 years. A very dangerous rhetoric has crossed so many lines. But nobody would have a problem if one of us or something happened to him. And we've all stood up here and said, we've all said it. The things that you are saying is going to get you hurt. We've told Dub that. And everybody knows where I'm at with him. And nobody has told me, well, no, J Militant, you shouldn't do that. But when it comes to Charlie Kirk and him pushing that rhetoric, you don't think the same thing is going to happen? There's a dangerous game being played, and it's been played for a long time. But when you have people pushing these lines and then turn around and saying, well, we should have peace. You can't have peace when you're pushing that rhetoric. And he said a lot of harmful things that hurt a lot of people. And that is being ignored. Overall speaking, it's being ignored. It's kind of like with the Hulk Hogan thing, the stuff that he said. People sit here like, oh, well, he was Hulk Hogan. And you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but that does that negate what he said? Let me come at it with a different angle. Streets. Somebody gets in the streets, joins a gang. You got enemies now, right? You got one person from a rival gang, they set tripping on you, saying all kinds of disrespectful things, pushing a dangerous rhetoric, right? Then that person comes back and starts blasting on that person because of what they said. But do I hear the same noise coming out of that situation? No. But it's the same thing. It's just different people, different places, different situations, but the story is still the same. And that's why I think a lot of us are missing that is the story does not change. The individuals, the situations, all that can be widely different, but the story is still the same. Regardless if you agree with him or not, regardless if you agree with Trump or not, it doesn't matter. There is a rhetoric that has been pushed. And when you are pushing that, people get hurt. People get hurt. I just read a story when I was on Facebook about David Rose. Now, for those that may not know about David Rose, he's a black man that was a cop, and he was protecting a federal building when he was murdered. And this happened about a month ago. You know, I wasn't aware of the story because, I had a lot of other things going on at the time. So there was a lot of things that I missed along the way. Right. But I took the time to see, first of all, who was David Rose, what the situation was, what happened. And I'm like, this guy didn't even get anything close to what Charlie Kirk is getting. It's almost like this guy has not said anything, done anything that, you know what I'm saying? This opinions are opinions, but when those opinions turn into dangerous rhetorics, this is what happens. I know people don't like it. I know it makes people sick. And some make people joyful and happy. But at the end of the day, we cannot excuse what one person says and not the other person that's doing just as much as the other. See, to be honest, I didn't follow Charlie Kirk. I'm so affected either way where it concerned him. Oh, I'm not affected. Yeah, I'm not either. But it's just this whole thing has just gotten ridiculous. And this is a problem that America has. And I've touched on this many a times. Like, we got to stop doing this cherry picking. If we actually want if we actually want peace, right? Then the people that are pushing violence, well, then it's up to their supporters, not the non-supporters, because they're not going to listen to the non-supporters anyways. But it's up to those supporters to ensure that they tone it down. Not one or two people, it has to be a collective. The problem is, although they speak peace out of their mouth, when your words ain't matching, things like what happened is going to happen. And trust and believe, this is going to happen again. Because how everybody's out here acting over this stuff, it's going to happen again. And until people actually talk about peace, stand on it, break it down, understanding it, comprehending it, and finding out solutions and ways to get to that, it's just propaganda. It's propaganda to feed and bring in the people. There's this thing called wordplay. I touched on this a while back. A while back. When I say a while back, I mean, we talking probably like over a year. Well over a year. Almost 2 years. The wordplay. And it's to my understanding that there's people out there that just do not understand wordplay and the concept of what they do. Politicians do it. Charlie Kirk did it. Different activists, shoot, people on my end do it. Everybody does it. On every different levels of life, people use wordplay. Now, it's up to that individual that's having that conversation to be able to understand and comprehend exactly what's going on, because one word might sound like another word, but they really talking about that word. But you see, if you don't pick up on that, then you're going to think that word is meaning something else. So now you're going to go down that line of what you believe that word is, because you just got manipulated. Your brain got manipulated by the words that are being played, that's coming out of the person's mouth that is talking. Because people understand, especially them up top, that the brain is a very sensitive tool. And the brain can be manipulated very easily. And by them knowing this is how a lot of things happen. This is how a lot of things occur. Because they manipulate the minds, and this is why we're in the position that we're in now in America. Because people got manipulated. They got lied to. You know. So now we have a whole country of people that got all these different thoughts and ideas in their head, when had the truth just been spoken on from the gate, people wouldn't be moving the way that they move. People would be moving accordingly with how it's supposed to be, not how they want us to be. Because at the end of the day, them people are top. They don't care. They don't care. You think Charlie Kirk cared about the modern day person? Think about it. Yeah, he might sit there and have debates with you and all that stuff. Cool. I wish I could. Look, I wanted to debate Charlie Kirk. I wanted to debate Charlie Kirk, but he never came around, and to where that opportunity was afforded. So I just didn't speak about him. You guys never heard me speak. I might have brought him up probably maybe less than a handful of times over the years, but nothing of significance to where you could go back and watch a whole live and all that. But I know that the things that I have watched on him, and like I said, look, there's some things that I agree. There are some things. Look, we're not all going to agree on everything, and we're not going to all disagree on everything. There are certain little pockets where we all have agreements. There's like a consensus on that. So I'm like, well, if we can get to that part, then what's the problem getting to the next level? The problem is propaganda will always be the manipulation that will be the driving force that continues dangerous rhetoric that is going to end up getting somebody else killed. And we cannot excuse, ignore, or allow that to happen. Because things like that, somebody else could have got hit. A kid could have got hit. All these different elements that can happen has happened. So if your favorite activist, your favorite talker, your favorite podcaster, your favorite whatever, if they're out there pushing a dangerous rhetoric, it's your responsibility to tone that down. Because you listen to that rhetoric and you decide that you was going to go out there and push that same rhetoric, or you're living in a neighborhood where you're pushing that rhetoric. And then somebody does something, then, you know what I'm saying? We got to think about things happening before it happens to avoid it from happening. We can't continue to go down this cherry picking road of life. Because we all say, people come out here and say, we're all the same. We all bleed the same and all this and all that, right? Okay. Well, if that's the case, then you can't let dangerous rhetoric, you know, just get swept up under the rug by anybody. I mean, just the man's comments on slavery was completely wrong. The man's comments on why our neighborhoods, the black neighborhoods, are the way that they are because of fatherless homes, which is so far from the truth. Is there a problem with that? Yes. But that has nothing to do with that. They're not exclusive. So in knowing this, we have to get to a point to where that's getting pushed and not the other stuff is getting pushed. Because when these things happen, feelings get involved. Because feelings are already involved. And saying stuff like that, especially to my community, that could be harmful. But it wasn't one of us that did it. He spoke a lot on black crime. And now he's, he's hearing it from people like, oh, you talk about black on black crime. Well, okay, well, what just happened was white on white crime. How come ain't nobody talking about that? Ain't it funny how that's still not being discussed? But the topic is always black on black crime. That always has to be on the table. Black on black crime. Why is white on white crime not on the table? Because that happens a lot. But that term white on white crime doesn't apply to them. We're the only people that has black on black crime. You don't hear Mexican on Mexican crime or Latino on Latino crime. You don't hear Asian on Asian crime. You don't hear nobody else with that term pertaining to their people. It's only us. And even with that, we still, sister, hey, all right. You know that term when the chickens come home to roost? Well, they came home to roost the other day. Words have power. The universe has strength. And when you put it out into the universe, you got to be ready for something to happen. This is why these people have securities. Lousy security, but nonetheless security. Now, I know people want to be, yes, we're Americans and we'll be free and all this and all that. But sometimes being free means being smart. And knowing the type of heat, because come on now, let's be honest. Let's not act like Charlie Kirk wasn't getting death threats and all kinds of stuff. So going out and doing these speeches should have been more protected. Hell, even if he had to have a bulletproof glass, because he was just in a booth, right? He was just in a booth. Okay, you just put up some bulletproof glass. You feel me? That bullet ain't getting through that. But they didn't do it. Sometimes in death, even in death, you have to take responsibility in something like that. And I speak on it. Look, I said this about Brother Malcolm. Like he should have had his security right there. You know what I'm saying? Guns drawn. As soon as that person got up and said what they said, oh man, you know what I'm saying? So even in that, there has to be some responsibility taken. Because with the proper measures, life can still be here. But if you don't take the proper measures, that happens. And it's been happening. You know? It's been happening. Just like with Dr. King. How come he didn't have it? How come they weren't shooting him? How come somebody wasn't willing to take a bullet for him? So you see where I'm getting at? Everything that I've said, you know. Yeah, I'm so sick that we all the same nonsense. Yeah. Yo, what's happening, Shabazz? What's going on with you? Tyler, what's happening? You know, because too many times we do things and then something happens and the things that we do on this side is not the same things we're going to do on this side, but it's the same story. You know, and a lot of times, you know, it's because we like the person and we don't want to, you know, say anything against that person. But in the back of our minds, it's like, yeah, that person did say something like, yeah, this was some foul shit, but I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? We all do that. We all do that. You know, there's some people that I had a hardest time, like, I don't want to do it, but I can't not ignore what I see or found out. I can't do that. You know, and if I don't address it, well, depending on what it is whether or not I'll address it or not. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that can cause harm, then yes, I'll address it. But if it's just something minor that's just like, okay, whatever, you know, it's just somebody saying something stupid. You know what I'm saying? But even those got to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? Nothing should be not taken seriously as far as that is concerned. Because because you look at the climate of the United States, there's a lot of people out here hurt right now, struggling. You know, because people continue to put their faith in a government that has not shown not one time ever in existence, one time that they care about the people who put them in office. Because they will suck up, they will kiss, they will put a smile on their face, they will do all of that for you to send your hard-earned money for their campaign, right? And then they get up in them seats, right? Now they got all the lobbyists hitting them up. Join this, join that. You can make this, you can make that. And they like, oh, okay. Now they got you. Now your goal changes. Now it's not to take care of your district. No. It's about taking care of the lobbyists to keep feeding their pockets. Because as long as you're a good old boy, they're going to make sure that you stay in that seat for a long, long time. You ain't got to just don't mess it up. Just don't mess it up. That's all you have to do. Just don't mess it up. And you will be in that seats for a long, long time. We see it. We see who stays in them seats longer than other people. It's no secret. But we still fall into it because we cannot separate ego and feelings. Our feelings will blindly vote for that person. Our ego is based off of whatever dislike or hatred that they have for that other person that's going against the person that you support. And when you allow those two driving forces to make decisions for you, the chances of you making the right decision are less than 2. Yo, what's happening, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, sure. I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be on another live later for the fight. Sure. If you guys want to come in and join us for the fight, you know, come on through to No Dirt Sheets. He will be covering the fight tonight, and he's gonna have a panel up there too, I believe. So, Chicago, Miss Troublemaker. What's going on, girl? So I just wanted to come up here and I want to give that perspective on the whole situation, because there's a lot of things that are being said left and right and left, up and down and around, and I'm just sitting back and I'm just like, this don't make sense. It don't make sense, you know. So that's why I had to take a second and I had to really think about it, you know, because there's something deeper going on with this. You know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, because there's a lot of they out there saying Trump was behind this. I I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But sacrificing your own, it's not like we haven't seen it done before. From both sides. Both sides will sacrifice their own. You know. Um, who was that? A few years ago. Right here in California. Kevin McCarthy. McCarthy. Yeah. Kevin McCarthy. He was one of the high-ranking Republicans, next in line. And he broke from, on certain issues, he broke from the party on certain issues. And they cut him at the knees. They sacrificed him. Now look at where he's at. So they will, and I don't, and the reason why I say I highly doubt that, because I don't know where he did anything that he broke from, I don't see it. To be honest with you, I thought Marjorie Taylor Greene was going to be the next one in line, with this whole Epstein thing, which could still happen. You got to be on the lookout for that, because look, that's another person that I look. Dangerous rhetoric. That woman pushed it to the T. But with this Epstein thing, she has stood on business for the women. She has broke from Trump. She has basically broke from her party, because she wants the truth to come out. She wants, and look, I salute that, and I can't stand the woman. I can't stand her with a 1,000-foot pole. you know, but the fact that she's doing something that is honorable and good, you know, and to the point, she said, like, look, I don't care if I get in trouble or not. I'll say the names if that's what it takes. You know, who can't look at that and be like, yeah, okay. And she's been out there with them. You know, she out there with Democrats because it has nothing to do with party lines. It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the nasty, disgusting stuff that Epstein and his friends, along with the chick, were doing. And we see it. The White House is trying to cover it up because Trump is on that paper. And they're doing everything, the House is trying to do everything they can do to make sure that they protect Donald Trump. Now think about that. Think about that. We see up here, and this is the cherry pick that I'll be talking about. We see pictures, people with, like, Bill Clinton, right? Pictures with Bill Clinton. Crucify Bill Clinton. Oh, he was in the pictures with Epstein and he was. Okay, you think that was the only picture that is around with Trump and Epstein? Yeah. But for some reason, people are okay in Trump because they're trying to protect him. And that's sick. That's sick. If you ain't did nothing wrong and it's completely innocent, then why are you trying so hard to have your part in it covered up? Oh, I am. I definitely am. It's peaceful. God did it. I did. I did. Hey, the universe speaks. The powers at hand speak. And when, like, you could do a lot of good, but if you're talking a lot of bad, whenever you put something into the universe, you got to expect that to come back. If you put bad stuff in the universe, bad stuff is going to come back. Affirmations. Casualty Awards. If God can do it, I believe anyone can. Kevin McCarthy. Moscow March. Oh shit, Moscow March. That's funny. Yo, all day. What's going on? Oh my goodness, Moscow March. Oh shit. Yeah, them. And they ain't getting along too well. Oh man, it's too much going on in the world. They got a site for people hating on Charlie Kirk. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. It's a lot of stuff. And look, I'm gonna say this for the people that are doing it. And I'm not talking about the ones that, because you got a certain section of people that will just do it because they just want to be some assholes. They don't have no say so, no dog in the fight. They just want to be jerks. Okay, but I'm talking about people who have genuine feelings about the situation. The ones that are doing it, I don't want people getting mad at them. Don't be mad at them because they're entitled to their feelings just as well as you're entitled to your feelings about Charlie. You know what I'm saying? So and so that's only the fair thing to do. You know, everybody's not going to agree on a person. You know, and I brought up Hulk Hogan as the example. You know what I'm saying? Um, because he said what he said, he did what he did, and you got people that was sitting up there just lighting him up with all kinds of memes and different pages and channels, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like everybody's entitled, because we can't say everybody is entitled to their opinion and then get mad at somebody else that has a different opinion than you on certain matters or said person. You know, if it goes one way, it got to go the other way. You know, because a lot of times that we say stuff that we really don't even mean. Just like with the term, everybody has their own opinion. Yeah, we know that to be a fact. But in reality of that fact, does not happen more than it should. Because we'll say it, and then somebody will come up with a different opinion, and now all of a sudden you in a full-fledged argument because you don't agree with what that person, agrees with. Or you have a different opinion on somebody from somebody else, and then all of a sudden that's going to cause a problem. But why? Why is your opinion more important than mine? You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh well, we're all the same and we all bleed the same and all this, but then treat people differently because they think differently. We're not all going to think the same. That would be boring. That would be boring if we all thought the same. It would be boring if we all moved the same. So, in the same manner, people want to be respected for their opinions on Charlie, then you got to give that same back for the people that just don't like him for things that he has said. You know. Yo, what up, Dominic? What's going on? Salute to the chat one time. I ain't been on here in a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? So, glad to see all of y'all. As beyond opinion becomes policy what he was pushing. True that. And we have seen that over the years. We have definitely seen that where some gets talked about enough ends up becoming a law. But that only applies for certain people. That doesn't apply to all of us, because I think if that applied to all of us, yeah. It'd be a lot of people out of jobs. I'll just say that. They can say what they want, but to speak ill someone's loved one might get you upside the head. And that is why that happened. What you just said, that's exactly why it just happened. Because words, look, you remember growing up, and you would hear that, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now I always thought that was a crocker, you know what, right? But it's true. Words have power. Words hurt other people. People react to those words based off of their hurt feelings of those words. That leads them to react on those feelings. But we have to get to a point where whether or not we agree with somebody or not, We gotta let them just have that and focus on what we need to do. You know, because people are going to feel how they're going to feel, and that's not going to change. But on the other end of that, let's not sit here act like the same thing can't happen on the other end. You know, because the game works both ways, but there's only one side that actually is working the game the way that it should be played. The only problem is they fucking it up, and it's making it worse. And people are are being hurt by this. They're struggling because of this. It's simple mathematics, but they turned a lot of this stuff into trigonometry. And there's a whole lot of us that trigonometry. Don't look at this direction. Don't look at this direction. I got you on geometry. I got you on algebra. On all levels of algebra. That trig, yeah, you go ahead. Oh shit. SmackDown's always mid. I missed that. Oh man, I heard he split his pants. Split pants Brock. Oh Lord. Oh, that's all you just allowed my brain to come up with a new name. Split pants Brock. Jimbo in the building. What's good? Oh yeah, I'm chilling, just watching some college football. Waiting for this game to come on. Yep. Words have power. You know. And you know, I touched on it. When you're involved, with the street politics and gangs and all that, you know, like you could go to a gas station, right? Probably going to the gas station to fill up your car. Probably going to this gas station to, probably get some blunt wraps, woods or whatever, or say some chips, whatever it might be. You know, you go up to the gas station, you get that, and you run into one of your enemies. You know, and you know how it goes. You might throw your setup, you say some things, whoop, whoop, whoop. Now you can either go down right then and there, depending on the dynamics, or it could be like, okay, you got that, I'll see you next time. Later on that night, breaking news: there was gunshots heard over here on the block of, you know what I'm saying? But we don't have the same energy when it comes to that. It's the same thing. You're pushing a rhetoric that can cause harm, but we don't look at it like that because it's the streets. There's already an embedded thought. It can never be incorporated in other points of life. You know, don't forget about court coming up. Ah, I'm ready, honey. Oh, when is that supposed to be? Yo, y'all gotta keep me up on these things. Y'all know I'll be busy and missing a lot. All days I can't I don't know. I can't even tell you. I'm I'm so like, wait, hold on. The season just started. and we're already going to be out without our quarterback, our top tight end for the next 3 to 5 weeks for a broken toe. I'm like, how he break his toe? So I don't know. I mean, Mac Jones is not a bad quarterback. He was just in a bad situation. You know, he didn't have nothing. So I'm interested. I'm interested to seeing are we going to see glimpses of Mac Jones from college, or is this going to be the same Mac Jones we've seen in New England? Yes, I don't know. I ain't got no court, homie. No, I ain't say you did. I'm saying when is it? Keep me up because y'all was talking about Dub having court. Yeah, everybody walking around here with a whole lot of pussy. Oh, um, WrestlePalooza has no build. Oh well, all days off. WWE's in trouble anyways for that announcement sending WrestleMania over to Saudi. Yeah, yeah. Jimbo 100. See, hold on. I missed. Oh, wait, hold on. He clowning Jay. Okay. Comments coming in. Jesse, my cat, my homie, just what? Ah, damn. My condolences. Jimbo 100. That retard is harmless. A dude cries in a cop car. A guy that knows where people live that have ruined his family's way of life, his words, and doesn't do anything for me is harmless. Saudi mania. That's what it's gonna be called, especially after they sell it to him. That's all they use best streams, and you go watch it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna tell you too. You could go to the TV app.to. They'll be showing the fight over there too as well. Hey, is Stream East still doing the thing? Is that still a thing, Stream East? He can come here anytime you want, dog. I would love that. I'll smack him stupid the video. do. Who is it? It's James. James. Oh shit, Dub is you. Smack. See, I got you. I came all the way to your house, to your doorstep, and you smacked me. I got you. Oh. Damn. Yeah. I checked that. As a matter of fact, they got the UFC fight on. Well, hold on. Is it on right now? Hold on. Let me. Cause I have the Georgia Bulldogs game on. Hold on. Let me go back up. I'll tell you right here. Wait, what? Oh, it's 3:15. Oh snap! Damn, that time just flew. Stream East got wow. What they get busted for? Well, don't answer that.
Wow. They did. That's crazy. Yeah, like I tried to get Dub on the street piece with me. Oh, you did? Oh, man. I would love to do that with Dub. Had that food leaking all over the place. We can see each other's phone street beat. Oh, he did? Oh, shoot. How was that fight? Jimbo, I got a boy and a girl kickers from a homie who had a litter on the first. Honey, he don't want no smoke from you. Oh, facts, Jimbo, maybe one day, Bill ain't going anywhere without. He need that police. What they call that? When the president be coming to town, and they got the cops on the front, the back, and, and side to side. Today's time, just see it broke my damn heart for real. I'm an animal lover. Yeah, my condolences, Jimbo. I didn't even know. Jimbo, you didn't even say nothing. I couldn't even say my condolences. I didn't even know. See, the times after my divorce, he was my best homie. See, all days off. See, ever see that internet pic of LeBron using Stream East out of game? Oh Lord. LeBron causes his own hairline. Oh man, Jim, I'm sorry to hear that. How old was he? Before I knew Mouse was no good, I had reached out to him and he was gonna let me and Dub throw hands on his platform once again. Oh, I don't know what it is about these dudes. Don't spoil it, but what was that AAA event worth going back on? Oh, just a couple years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was recent. Yeah. So he was probably about 8 human years, but got sick really. Oh, yeah. I'm not a cat person, but I hate hearing that. You know, I love my dogs. I love my dogs. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Oh man, that's tough. You were. What happened? Ooh, oh, he got him. Oh, oh, he just popped him again. Ooh, oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, he popped in them too. Ooh, yeah, that was bad. So, that's a tragic. Sorry to hear your cat got sick and died recently. No one's talking about right. Oh, hey, all days off. I just seen somebody. I think it was Pro Wrestling Heat. Um, the girl Emily or whatever. She just did a stream yesterday, talking about that situation with Mark Henry and David Otunga. Oh, hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. See, I love dogs too. I didn't know I was a cat person until I lived in a house with them. Um, until then, I didn't really I like them. Yeah, cats love me. They yeah, as soon as I get around them, they just be they get to purring. Like what you purring on me for? See, our truth was cooning a bit last night. Oh, oh yeah, are you talking about the token? The token our truth? Tell you, man, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to do a live for him because I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I really am. I'm like, they did all of that just for him to go back to our truth and start rapping that same old tired ass rap he's been doing for the last 25 years. Like, you ain't got no other song? I know you got other songs. But you see, WWE, they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, but what's cold was like, okay, you gonna let him do that, then you should have just let him bring back the and just remix the Rowdy song he did with Road Dogg when they was a tag team for that cup of coffee. You know, we get rowdy. Dun, 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 dun. We get rowdy. About to move some things. About to move some things. We get rowdy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just about to ask you, Jimbo, if you was looking at the UFC fights. Pussy always been good. Dominic, I be feeling the same way. Yeah, can't quit. Man, I just like, come on. Like, okay, once you allow him to use his real name, it should have never been going back to R Truth. Nah, nah, can't do that. Speaking of music, Drake. All days off. Please tell me you lying. Please tell me you lying. Please tell me you lying. Please tell me. Yo, yo, I just thought about it. Oh man. Hey. What if FTR? What if Stokely had FTR coming out to Not Like Us all out? Oh my god. Oh, what? Oh my god. Why? Why? Oh my god. I'm telling you, it's it's getting harder and harder to watch WWE. You know, and I was talking with the homie Leo earlier, and he had reminded me, you know, about the business model of WWE and what they're doing. You know, going younger and getting the young stars and all that. And I just at this point, because WWE loves being a nostalgia act so much, they might as well be, what was that one company? They could be one of them companies that always brought back the older stars. You know, they could be the the AWF, or they could be what's his face, his version of the UWF, when he had all the older guys, the established guys come in, and that's how he built his company and all that. You know, it's a nostalgia act. And I don't. It's not interesting to me. Like, you're just bringing back Brock for a nostalgia act because you want to beat AEW. It's just like, really? Like, this is what we're doing? We've seen this already. You know, that's why I don't even care about John Cena's retirement tour. It's boring. Like, but this is what people have been saying about how AEW treats older talent compared to how WWE treats their older talent that's going now. Now, you put Cena's retirement tour up against Sting's retirement tour and tell me who's better. It's very mid. Very mid. Like, they're on the verge of being backyard boogie. that's what they're on the verge of. WWE is on the verge of being backyard boogie with the extra sticks. They ain't gonna be that good strain where it's just like, yeah, it's good every time you hit it. You know. It's no new storyline. Look, I know a lot of people are hyped up about Punk and AJ versus Seth and Becky, but how many times have we seen this? Before the 2000s, when was the last time we actually? Oh God! And when I'm about to say, this has nothing to do with that stuff they was doing in the mid tens. But before that, like before the 2000s, I mean before 2020s, excuse me, before the 2020s, when was the last time they did this stuff? And the reason why I said exclude that other part is because that mixed match challenge was absolutely dreadful. That mixed match challenge, that was horrible. That was horrible. But before that, when was the last time they did that? Now they seem to do it like every year to every other year. But then let's see. Hold on. Before 2020, so they did who was that? That was Seth and Becky versus Baron. And who was it? Alexa? Who was the? It was. Who was the chick that was with Baron when they had that god awful whatever you want to call that with Seth and Becky? But it's like we've seen this already, and we just seen it with Oh yeah, I forgot. See, this is how bad it is. I forgot about Cena and Nikki versus Miz and Maryse. So that even goes more into what I'm like. Like, how many more times do we got to see this? Seth and Becky are like the mixed match. They're like the standard bearer of mix and match. Literally. That's not a work. That's a shoot. Literally. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to remember who. I don't know why I keep thinking about. Hold on. Let me text Leo. I'm gonna text Leo and see if he remembers. Let's see. Oh shit. Uh, Hopefully he remembers. Is Rhonda and you know what? Um, it probably is. Let me hold on. Let me think about that. Yeah, and I'm not about to include Doink and Dink versus Bam Bam and Luna. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. That one don't count. But I would probably have to say, yeah. That's probably, yeah. Yo, what up, Tia? How you doing today? Yeah, cause the build up and it just on the stage it was on, and Rhonda was just she was on fire at that time. She was liquid hot. So I probably have to say, and look, I know I rag on Hunter Nokio for good purpose, and I might even rag on Stephanie from time to time. But I will say this: they helped put Ronda over perfectly. She they they so good for her. Like they're selling in that match, and look, Stephanie's not a good seller. She's never been a good seller, never. But on that night, oh, she was doing her thing, you know. Ah, okay. Damn, the fuck? Yeah, I chose the wrong time to start watching the E at WrestleMania 40. It's been a disappointment.
It, yeah. And the interesting thing too, that's like right, like when that happened, it's kind of like it kind of coincided with how AEW was going, but not to say like, because even before then, and look, there's a lot of things we can get on Vince about, and it's warranted, right? But we got to give credit where credit is due. Hey, all days off. It was Lacey Evans. Aaliyah just hit me. It's Lacey Evans who Baron was telling. That's right. That's right. It was Lacey. Yep. I remember now. Um. But we got to give Vince credit. We got to give Vince credit. You know, for him to book two black women to main event WrestleMania and Bianca, and because we're talking about WWE, I'll say Sasha. I hate saying Sasha Banks now. And then at the start of the show, you have Bobby Lashley retain the WWE title against Drew McIntyre. Then on that same night, you had Omos become a World Tag Team Champion. Of course, they have to beat the New Day, but nonetheless, it's still happening. Along with the, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, because I actually enjoyed that WrestleMania. That WrestleMania was real good. That WrestleMania was real good. But he gave us those things. Now we can't even get one of our people to even hold on the title, let alone win the title. They done turned the New Day into the husbands of Hollywood on. Oh man, that's a fact. They had the big send off for Cody, but a big send off for the loyal fans. Yep. Bianca and Sasha, Vince invited to the cookout. Oh no, he still ain't invited to the cookout. Nope. Nah. He lost that privilege. He lost that privilege after he said, "What's up, my nigga?" to John Cena. He lost that privilege then. No cookouts for Vince. Oh, hold on, y'all. As a matter of fact, it's so bad, Vince can't even get a plate. Now, you know what? I'll make sure Vince gets a plate. He just can't drive up to it because sure he might hit somebody. He might hit one of the kids or something. Come on, I didn't see him. Nah. Vince so cold. Vince so cold. He'll pull up, hit somebody. If they don't sell right,
or better yet, if they do sell right, he was like, "Oh, that's some good shit." Oh man, Vince is something else. You know, if Vince wasn't such a creep, he would actually be a cool person to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't, if he didn't have all the other stuff, you know. I just, you know, you know, and so in some way, Vince will try to turn that into a storyline. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, okay. So, be before all the nasty stuff, for those that watched Vince from back in the day all the way up until now, what was your favorite version of Vince? My favorite version of Vince was shoulder pad Vince. Shoulder pad Vince. Yo, sevens up, DG. What's going on? Shoulder pads Vince was my favorite. Now, in case y'all, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, so y'all remember back in the days when women, when they would go to work and they had suit jackets and stuff, and they would have that patent in them coats. You know what I'm saying? That's what Vince had in his coat. You go back and you watch them old Saturday night main events or them old superstars. Look at them shoulders. You can literally see the shoulder pads. Oh, I'm serious. I'm serious. This man used to wear shoulder pads. This man used to wear shoulder pads in his coats. Who remembers that? If you watch wrestling in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Who because he got away from it in the 90s. He didn't have the shoulder pads in the 90s. You got shoulder pads Vince. You got do rag Vince. you got Mr. McMahon. Oh, who else? You got broadcasting Vince. Um, there's a few more. Leather. Oh. Wait, did Vince have? Oh nah. Yeah, Vince. It was crazy because Vince didn't wear stuff on his head. You know. Oh, he knocked him out. Ooh. Like, wake up, buddy. Dang, he caught him with the short. Them short punches, man. Tell you, them short punches. compact. Them short punches are like rocks. And he's just on him. On him. Ugh. That was ugly. Oh yeah, I know you wouldn't have seen it. My aunt trying to put bread on Canelo. Canelo? Mm, yeah, I mean, you can I be honest with y'all? Something's not sitting right with me about this fight, and I keep trying to ignore it because I know how boxing is, and I'm just like the politics in this. Ugh, ugh. I don't know. Oh, I got it on the UFC fight night because they got a pay per view going on. They're out in Mexico. Yeah, that. Yeah, you know I got Crawford as well, but I don't. Something's just not sitting right. Something's just not sitting right with me about this fight. You know, and I don't know. I'm just hoping that what I'm feeling doesn't come to fruition. Cause yeah. Oh, they got it on for. Oh, they got it on Netflix for free. What? Oh, oh god, yeah. I don't want to hear Mike saying. Mike is disappointing me. Like, why are you still like, dude? You don't need the money. You know, and you still there about to fight Floyd. Like, why? Floyd could fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. I'm watching it on this other site. Because I got the UFC and they got the boxing event. So, you know, it ain't changing here for the rest of the day. That's exactly why I'm going to watch it. Yeah. But what pride, though? Like, I could see it if this was like if this was like 2005, right? If this was 2005 and Tyson and Floyd were getting ready, well, first of all, they would have to figure out the weight. That's the first thing, you know. And then once they figure that out, then, you know, you go ahead and take care of business, you know. And at that point, I can see where the ego would definitely play a factor in because, you know, in regardless of, you know, what Mike Tyson's record was at that time, we always think about Mike, you know. Um, but now, like, Pride shouldn't have it. If that's the reason, then that's an awful reason. Awful. Because you have a guy that won hella world titles in different weight classes. Then you have another guy that will literally have you shitting in your pants while you walk into the ring.
and then shitting in your pants again when you standing in that ring and you watching this menace come down the aisle. You know, um, becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion, the first one in a long time at the time. The youngest at 21. You know, these dudes is 50 and 60 years old. What pride? You know, pride should not be on the table when you've had careers like theirs. Now, if if they didn't have the careers that they had, then that makes all the sense in the world. Because now you still wanting to prove something. These dudes have nothing to prove. Now, on the other hand, I can see Mayweather wanting to do the fight, but like I said, he could have fought anybody else because he needs the money. You know, 2005 hit different. Nah, it do. 2005 was a good year. I ain't gonna lie. That was a pretty good year. So are we gonna be watching? Like, is this fight? This fight should be sponsored by AARP. How come AARP is not sponsoring these old man fights? You know what I'm saying? These cats are gonna be 80s in their 80s. You know what I'm saying? Coming down to the ring on their walkers. Cutting a promo in the back, talking about, yeah, I've been fighting for 65 years and I'm not done yet. I feel so good. They're like, come on. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Because it ain't like they got a whole lot of testosterone left in them. Because, as guys, as we get older, we start losing some of that. So we got to do other things to kind of supplement that. You know what I'm saying? But them cats, like I said, they 50 and 60 years old. Like, what? Like, oh, we got the homegirl in the building. What's going on, Chaos? What's happening? So I'm just, I don't know. I'm not about to watch it. I'll tell you that right now, flat out. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. Because these recreational fights with guys that I used to watch and look forward to watching, to see them do it, like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's like watching two elderly people get into a fight at the grocery store or something. Like, y'all don't knock it off. Like, y'all should be enjoying your last days and years and all that. Now I ain't here fighting at the grocery store. because you wanted that tomato for your salad and they ended up grabbing that tomato that you wanted. That's because these exhibition matches are for a bag, and not the love for a sport. Yeah, see, and I understand that, but what happens if somebody gets hit and they don't wake up or get up? What happens there? Because the chances of that happening is very likely when you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, like, Mike ain't the guy he used to be. Look, if If what's his face, if he wanted to seriously hurt Tyson in that fight a couple months ago, he could have very easily did that. Because Mike is not, he's not that no more. He's nowhere as strong as he used to be. Yes, he can still hit the bag and that's one thing. Hitting the bag is one thing. Getting in that ring and doing it is, you know what I'm saying? Father Time catches up with all of us. See, I graduated high school in 2005. It was a good year. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's going on? Yes, I am here. Look at Tank talking that dumb. Oh my god! For 200 mil because he don't want to get his ass beat. Oh my goodness! I'm so disappointed in Tank. I'm like, what happened to you? What happened? You know. Oh yeah. By the way, in case y'all don't know, Errol Spence, he been in the gym. You know, he trying to get back to it. Hopefully that eye, and he's back to where because that fight against Crawford. Oh my God, that was not the Errol Spence. That was not the Errol Spence. That was somebody else. That was a clone. You know, like all the fights that you had leading up to that one, and then you get in there, and that's the performance you give. Like, yo, that's not the Errol Spence. Jody, man, have confidence for the both of us. I'm not feeling confident. Look. I know we're going to win the game. We better win the game because if we don't win the game, I'm going to have to hear Lonnie's mouth all week long. I'm going to have to hear his mouth all day tomorrow. I'm going to have to hear his mouth tomorrow night. And all if we do not beat the Saints, I do not. I might turn my phone off. Oh man. Shakur has his issues, but he's still a bad boy. And Tank ducking that fight, you know, like you and he was sitting there talking all that smack. That's what I don't get about these fighters. Y'all they get on here and they sit there and run their mouth about, yeah, I'll fight this person, I'll do that to that person, woo, woo, woo. And then when it comes time for it to actually happen, now we can't find you. You know, that's the problem. See, this is the problem that we had with the Errol Spence and Crawford. Because Errol kept calling Crawford out, and Crawford kept taking other fights. But to Crawford's credit, he finally said, okay, enough is enough. Go ahead and take this fight. Well, to be honest, you should have took the fight before you took all them other fights. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. I killed my fantasy at work, but he's on the big. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah. Well, put that clown. But you aren't the only one disappointed. Man, I'm telling you. I'm sorry, but Spencer Rattler, AP. That's what I'm hoping. But I'm saying it. I'm saying that because it was the first game last week, and we already lost players. And I don't want us going into this game and we end up losing more players. You know, my confidence level dropped very, very dramatically. Yeah, you're gonna have to hear like, I don't want to do that. Did he really duck him?
I ain't big into vodka. Yeah, he did. You like BKFC? You know, every time I see that can they call it something else? Because every time I hear BKFC, I'll be wanting some mashed potatoes and gravy and coleslaw and one of their biscuits. Oh, yeah. See, Megan Bain, she was on GW. Oh, Megan Bain be everywhere. She be collecting them chips. Yo. But we gotta remember too, AEW don't run house shows. So literally Wednesdays, Saturdays, and of course the pay-per-views are the only time that they literally wrestle for AEW or wrestle in AEW. All the other times they're wrestling in other companies as representations of AEW. See. Yeah, Joey, that's what I said. I said, damn. Because I knew about the fight, but I totally forgot about it. And you know what? I just thought about it. I'm mad at myself. Because I seen it was on too. And I just scrolled right past it. Oh, man. Oh. Whew. I'll go here. Okay. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. Championship doubleheader is headed for Las Vegas October 4th. Uncle Lion and Pineda in a light heavyweight title rematch. Roberto Wallace really defends his bantamweight belt against Corey Sandhagen live from Vegas October 4th. Okay. Little Heathen is a monster, but Mike a gangster. Imagine one called. Man, what the fuck? Damn, hold on for a second, y'all. Okay, there we go. Oh, you was throwing them back? Oh, versus Gunther? Gunther? They need to spread these events out. Damn it, I'm yo, Joey, I'm telling you, it's a whole lot of sports on. I'll be trying to keep up myself. Clemson fucked one of my. Yo, like Clemson, I don't know. I don't know. You don't know which Clemson is showing up. Calcium, buddy, he is hot. See, Georgia trying to hose me right now. Yo, did they take the lead? Cause it was 21-17 when I turned the fight on. I was angry, a lot of money on the line, and all my other shit was on point. It's always that one. It's always that one. Oh yeah, sure. That was a pretty good. Don, Don is a motherfucker. Yo, we have accepted Don in the heel syndicate. See 30 Tennessee right now. Oh, so they have a shootout going on. Because I thought Tennessee was going to run away with it the way they. I'm watching the game. I'm like, okay, 7-7, 14-7. Like, hold on, Tennessee's just scored again, 21. What the? Really up some grapes. Oh, that's what you got. You got some grapes. Yeah, that sounds good. Ooh. Sure, I might have to go back to that game. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna have to go back there, man. Sure, I turned these fights on. These some pretty good fights. Get his chin off of you. There you go. Yeah, get. But don't watch how you get up, because now you just got yourself in a choke. Don't do. Oh, his positioning's all wrong. Oh, he got. Oh, not. Oh, you're done. If he does this the right way, that guy's not getting out of this. Oh, you gonna get behind him and start? See, he shouldn't have let go. See, he messed up. He messed up. He had the lock on him, and he let go. Just a punch on him. Yeah, that positioning was all wrong. Yo, what up, Daniel? What's going on with you? Cass, I hate those. I'd rather feel misery than get knocked. Oh my God. Yeah, them close ones they sting. They sting. Especially in Super Bowls. They sting. I'm watching GCW show, then watching Emma. Yes, I will be having, as a matter of fact, I need to charge up my other phone. Yeah, I'm gonna have that on too. Hopefully they take the belt off of Riddle tonight. Oh, it's tied. Okay. Damn. Hold on. Y'all got me. I'm going back to that game. That's bad wrestling I just watched. I don't like watching bad wrestling. Tanko and Dog Walk Jake and get that easy. He better. I'm waiting for somebody, please. Oh, I forgot I gotta go here. What is? Oh. Old Dominion versus Virginia Tech. Ooh. Okay, where that game go? No, you're in here somewhere. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's it. There we go. Yeah, I got some grapes from the grocery store yesterday and again today. Oh, Jesse, not them grapes. Not the grapes you eat. No, Sting has been retired for over a year now. I remember Sting was this cat who had his face painted. Yep. Yep. He wrestled all the way into his 60s. And then he retired 2024. That was a great match, too. Hold on, y'all. Oop. See, yeah, that thing was dope. I wonder, did Tank sign an NDA and gonna eat the L? Please don't say that, because that's very possible. that is a possibility. My favorite wrestler of all time was Ricky Steamboat. Oh yeah, Ricky was dope. Ricky was dope. Yeah. Yeah, we both, yeah. Yeah. Because Ricky Steamboat used to be yoked. Ricky Steamboat was a bodybuilder. I don't think a lot of people know that. But Ricky Steamboat, you go back and you look at Steamboat, you ain't even got to go like back to the 70s. You just go back to like 85. 85. You know, or to even go to when he first came into the WWF. Homie was yoked. Oh yeah. Yeah, them grapes you roll up and be like, yeah. Don't bother me. He got like 100 pounds on that man. Man, you do. I'm just not confident in watching boxing anymore. I just hope for a good fight at the end of the day. You know, and just hope that the politics don't, you know, play a part. Oh, Alabama redeemed himself this week? Oh, Ohio State just started against Ohio. Dang, Penn State smashed on Villanova. That's ugly. LSU. Oh, that should be a pretty good one right there. Oh yeah, yeah. He Steamboat. I remember. What was it? Hold on. Okay. See Paul. Okay. See Paul easily 220 and 135. Yeah, my mom used to like Roddy Piper. I remember that dog. Well, now you don't. Let me tell you something. I just don't think they understand exactly what's going to happen. You know, just when you thought that you had all the answers, I changed the question. Roddy Piper was dope. He was dope, but he had his issues too. But yeah, like I was saying, I remember I had I had rented Starcade 83. This is years ago. And because I had always wanted to watch the Flair race cage match. So I read it, and I put it on, and it was the Briscoes Jerry and Jack versus Jay Youngblood and Ricky Steamboat. And that match was for the NWA World Tag Team Championships. And I looked at Ricky and I said, wait, hold on. This this dude look like he on steroids. This fool Ricky Steamboat was jacked. I mean, the same way Sting, Lex Luger, all these jacked up guys that we grew up watching. Steamboat was that exact dude that was still doing all of the same moves, flying around the ring, and so you know, I was one. Yeah, I was. I want to see 1983. See, I was I was 4. Yeah, didn't know nothing about wrestling at the time. Yeah, didn't know nothing about it. I was too busy being a kid. And it wasn't on inside my house. You know, my brother didn't watch it. My mom didn't watch it. Now my dad, on the other hand, my dad did watch it, but he was more of the old school guy. He was more of the 70s and like early 80s. You know, uh, but I appreciate it though, cause shoot, he's the one that would take me to all the events that they would have at the Oakland Coliseum and the Cow Palace and all that. Oh snap! Getting down to the gritty. I, no lies, no lies. Don't be trying to make me older than what I am. Tank is an Olympic boxer and a WBC champion, currently active 135. Jake is a rigid exhibitionist at 200 pounds something. I agree 100. I can't stand either of the Paul brothers. Yeah, because I heard something that Jake might be joining his brother in the wrestling business. You know, of course. That's if Logan don't fuck around and get locked up himself. They got lawsuits. They won't let him out. Okay, so we coming down to a field goal. 12 seconds left. Okay, so it's about a 40. Go. Oh, what did they? Why? Why? That was not smart. I hate when teams do that. Like you're already right there. Why are you trying to get even closer by running another play? Because what if dude would have fumbled it? You know, it could have been a fumble. Georgia could have picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown. Like, let's see, 7 seconds. Woo! You better make that field goal or he's. Man, yeah. See, I would hate to be a kicker that misses the game-winning field goal. I would hate that. Nobody's not listening to you, girl. You over here trying to tell everybody to be quiet. Nobody's not listening to you. You probably gonna get ran through after the game's over anyway. So, oh, let me be nice. Let me be nice. Why are you trying to run another play? I know they is not about to run another play. You should have did that on the last play. Why are you still trying to run plays? Just kick the field goal. See? See? Just like Gibson fumbled the return, which essentially cost us the game. Yep. Now look at this. Look at this. They sat out there and kept running plays instead of just kicking the field goal, right? Now, they just caught a flag, false start. Now they got to go back 5 yards. Just kick the field goal. You playing with fire. If your kicker can't kick a 42-yard field goal, he don't need to be a kicker. Now, if I was Georgia on them previous plays, I would have just sent the blitz. I would have blitzed. I would have disguised the blitz. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. He missed it. He. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. He see. Instead of just kicking the field goal, he did all that extra stuff. And you seen it as soon as it left, as soon as he kicked the ball, it started shifting. As soon as he kicked it, he started shifting. Look at that. As soon as the ball left his foot, it was going the opposite direction. Look, they were all getting ready to. Oh, it's the Georgia Tennessee game. About foosball. Yo, foosball is fun. Wow. That is wow. Oh, damn, we got to play Boston College tonight? Yikes. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't stand Georgia, but they just got another point on another parlay. Now I need Ohio State. Oh, well, shit, you know Ohio State going to win that one. you know Ohio State going to win that one. You pretty much got that one in the bag. Let's go Vols. I mean dogs. Yeah. Yeah, well, sure. They got a shot. I was just like, I'm sitting there like, why does he keep running plays? Just kick the field goal. All you got to do is just kick the field goal. But you trying to get closer and closer. No. That's what field goal kickers are there for. If he can't kick a 50-yarder or 50, like, what's the point of having a field goal kicker? It's all about the point spread, my man. Oh yeah. Yeah, college. Yeah, when it comes to college, if I was to, you know, do the betting, I would do the spread on that. But when it comes to the pros, I don't do the spread. You know, I just go straight up. Ah. Oh, he is. Oh, Chubby Chub. Yeah, man, you football fans. Yeah, there's big money in it. You got the foosball game, and then the Canelo and Crawford fight, and don't forget about the UFC. That's going on right now too. Yeah, they got that every weekend. Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I gotta get me something to eat. I'm over here hungry. But yeah, we will be live at No Dirt Sheets for the fight tonight. So if y'all ain't doing anything else, or if you're not going to be watching it on another channel, whatever, come on over. I'll post the link in my community, and y'all come on over, have some fun. We're gonna have a good time tonight. So until then, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.